How's it going, everybody? We are less than 24 hours since our victory over the Bills yesterday. Man, it's still crazy in my head. I can't believe how that happened. Justin Jefferson is a monster with that crazy catch. Kirk Cousins stepped up. Everybody stepped up. It's still crazy, and we're going to be excited about it for the rest of the week here. I think the only disappointment is we didn't get to see Kirko. We did get to see Patrick Peterson in some chains, just like you see in this thumbnail, which he is well deserved to be in that position. There's no question about it. But we were hoping to see more Kirko, so hopefully we do see more of him going forward. But we're going to dive into the PFF grades from this game. I'm going to go the top 5 offense and top 5 defense, starting with the number 1 PFF grade of the game. Who can it be? Who can it be? Before I reveal who it is, I want to thank everybody for watching and to hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notifications for more of our videos. So who can be the highest scoring player from this game? If it's not already obvious from the picture, this guy had definitely the most clutch play of this game. Actually, man, it's arguable. It's arguable. There's so many clutch plays, but I've already said this guy's name once, and he made a spectacular catch, almost 200 yards receiving. I don't think I need to talk any more about it. It is Justin Jefferson, a 91.1 grade. It's obvious. Justin Jefferson's always at the top of the PFF list. I think last year even he was like the number 1 wide receiver PFF. This guy is the number 1 wide receiver in the league. I don't care what anybody else says. We all talk about it, but I think this game cements it in my head, should be in everybody's head, because that catch was insane, especially with what was on the line at that moment. Let's keep going down this list, though. We got Ezra Cleveland, 90.2, which is a fantastic, well, obviously a crazy, fantastic grade. But even better is that he stepped up from last week when he had a PFF grade of like 20 something. I think he had a pass blocking grade of 0 or something crazy like that. But he came back, bounced back this week, 90.2. Let's go. Brian O'Neill, 78.6. We're seeing a lot of offensive linemen. It looks like our offensive line stepped up. I know we had an injury to Christian Darrisaw. Hopefully he's all good. I think it's concussion, so we should be able to see him back next week. 78.6. Speaking of Christian Darrisaw, 76.4. Like I said, I mean, he held his own against Von Miller. He had a great game. He has an awesome season. He's at the top of the PFF board every single week. Garrett Bradbury, offensive lineman again, 72.6. He's stepping up, man. I mean, going into the season, we weren't so sure what to expect from him. More than likely, we were hoping he'd be replaced, but I guess the front office made a good decision here. They didn't pick up any other centers, really, I think, other than Schlotzman or whatever. But 72.6, great score. He's the rest of the grades from this game. We already went through Justin Jefferson, all of them. Alexander Madison, 67.1. Blake Brandel, 66.1. Delvin Cook, 65.4 with that insane run. That was the game. That was the momentum changing play right there. It was 81 or 71 yard rushing touchdown by Delvin Cook. TJ Hawkinson, big addition, 64.2. CJ Ham, 7 total plays. One rush for 1 touchdown, 59.1, but still that touchdown was huge. I love that. KJ Osborne, 58.8, Adam Thielen, 58.4, Ed Ingram, 55.6. Couldn't stop tripping Kirk Cousins. That's an area of this offensive line we obviously hope can improve. Kirk Cousins, 50.1, a low PFF grade, which does kind of make sense since he did kind of have a sloppy middle of the game, I guess you could say, especially those 2 picks he has, particularly to that one he threw right to the defender. But he stepped up in the big moment like he has done week in and week out, and he brought us to victory. Johnny Munt, 44.1. Let's jump to the defensive side of the ball here. Harrison Phillips, 87 for our highest grade of the week. There's actually another player that was higher than him, but he only had 3 total plays. I'm going to go into him though because he made a play that's so significant. I think he deserves to be on this top 5 list. Danielle Hunter, 84.1, due to stepping up. Him and Zadarius Smith are bringing the fire now. Danielle Hunter is obviously getting use of the new 3-4 defense. And I think that's at least, that's got to be 3 weeks in a row with the sack or something. I don't know, at least 4 in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. He's stepping up in a big way. Let's keep going here. Oh, Patrick Peterson, talking about the chains and Patrick Peterson, 82.4, 2 interceptions with a big game clincher. What a beast. He's bounced back from last season. I know he said he still wants like an all-pro season and a couple more Pro Bowls. I think he's well more than deserving that this year, because in the last 3-4 weeks, ever since the Miami game, I believe, man, he has really stepped up. Jonathan Bullard, 72.6. We had an injury in Delvin Tomlinson, so we needed some guys to step up, and he's one of those guys. Same with, we'll dive into him in a little bit, actually. So this is the guy that was supposed to be number one, is Duke Shelley. He only had 3 total plays, but that play he had against Dawson Knox at the end of the game there was massive. That was huge for him to get brought up from practice squad to go out there and make that play to hit the ball away from Knox from that game-winning touchdown that they would have had if he didn't do that. That's why I'm going to put him on this list, even though he only had 3 plays, because 3 plays, 89.2, huge stop. What a beast. Here's the rest of the defensive plays here, or defensive grades here. Duke Shelley, like I already said. James Lynch, he's another guy that stepped up big in place of Delvin Tomlinson. Cam Bynum, 64.9. Tonga, another guy stepped in, 63.4. Chandler Sullivan, 62.2. Evans, 59.8. He had a concussion. Hopefully he'll be back next week. Zadarius Smith, 59.8. We know he went down. I think he came back. DJ Wonnum, 58.5. Patrick Jones, 57.7. Jordan Hicks, 52.8. Harrison Smith, 50.6. Blacklock, 50.4. Andrew Booth, 44.4. It was nice to see him on the field. He had a hard assignment, went out there against Stephon Diggs right away. So that was tough. 38.3. You give Kendricks that 38.3, even though he technically could have made the play of the game. Arguably the play of the game. I don't know. Justin Jefferson catch, Eric Kendricks getting that fumble. I don't know. Those two have to be the top 2. It's hard to pick which one out of those 2. And those are the PFF grades from the Vikings win versus the Bills. Let's go. What a tough team. We got another tough matchup, the Cowboys, this week. Let's go out there and beat them too. Come back next week with more PFF grades. Let's go. Skol Vikes.